What's up, Reapers? My name's Seth, and it seems that the test server of Trove is already online. We didn't have to wait for the developer live stream or anything like that, seriously. So I haven't really messed with anything yet, but overall, it is extremely overwhelming. What you're going to end up wanting to do, folks, is in order to log into the test server of Trove, all you got to do is open up Glyph, and then in the top right, you're going to see a tab for North America, European, or PTS. So you just have to have a character on the live server in order to get to that PTS tab. But before you end up doing that, if you've already got existing characters, you're going to type /export account, one word, on the live server to export your character onto the test server. Now, don't freak out if you don't end up getting your character exported onto the test server right away. It is going to end up taking a little while for the server to end up communicating it. But then you will be able to have your entire account on the test server. And then in order to get to this beautiful place, which is the Geodian hub, that's got NPCs walking around, tons of quest characters, and stuff to do with new pets, which I'll talk about that in a minute. But in order to get here, all you gotta do is either go to the Trovian Atlas and interact with the cube that's kind of in the bottom right, just kind of next to the Shadow Tower, or you're going to end up just simply seeing a portal that's fancy and beautiful like this one right next to the hub Trovian Atlas, right? But they got a lot of really nice production added to this update. Like the loading screen is a lot better. Portals, as you can see, kind of have this like thing where they're cycling through screenshots and stuff, and overall lots and lots of video effects. I don't know how this area is going to end up working on console because it's pretty overwhelming visually, and on top of that, it's really confusing. Like the whole map in general is going to take a little while to get used to, but I guess it's because it's supposed to be a whole bunch of extra stuff added, right? But we got lots and lots of things going on with this update that we'll slowly end up talking about in the following weeks. But otherwise, we got elevator blocks where we can actually just hover up or down according to whichever you end up actually interacting with. We got new NPCs. We got a different crafting table with more decor items and stuff like that. We even have a new profession table specifically dedicated to Christology. We also have a different mastery tab related to the geodes specifically, which ends up going to mastery 100, which is kind of weird and a little bit disgusting. For our normal inventory, we actually have a sort function, which is nice, and then we've got a couple different tabs here that are also going to end up being related to the new update. So there's definitely a lot to experiment with, but the developers ended up talking about this a while back, and I'm suspect to believe that this update is all about going into an area and not having to fight hostile mobs or anything like that, and you're going to end up crafting pets and allies and stuff. It's kind of like a big Tamagotchi update where we're going to end up having all sorts of creatures that we can end up kind of caring for and, growing up and stuff like that, that eventually, if I'm not mistaken, it's too early to tell, these are going to be allies that will fight alongside you rather than the allies that you actually have equipped that just end up giving you various stat bonuses and stuff. So there's going to be a companion selector, so you can end up choosing which companion you want. I guess that's what the GEODE tab is for. And then there's going to be an egg incubator. Two of these tabs are locked because you can either craft in that crafting table in the new profession. When you have it maxed out, you can either unlock it that way. But one thing that we are I'm gonna say this honestly, folks, I'm a little bit scared to see there's a whole new tab to the store specifically dedicated to GEODE. That means that there are that many things. There are so many items that you're going to be able to buy for real money in this update that they have a whole tab dedicated to it. I don't know if I like that, man. That's like, the more I kind of explore this area, like at first I really want to be excited about it, but the more that I explore, the more I just see like, oh my goodness, like it's like the Trove Heroes resistor table all over again, where it's just, you can either grind it for 50 years or you can end up just spending money. But anyways, we'll see what ends up happening with that. I barely scratched the surface, quite literally. I've only even just kind of messed around with the surface here. I'm guessing this is going to be a little bit of a sneak peek at what U10 might end up actually being like, is something like this, where we'll end up having a quest area and then just an open world on the surface. It is all going to end up being barrierized, so we can't end up exploring the surface, but we got nice runes and stuff like that. And it's really neat. Like, it really is. The decor items items most of all seem to actually be like, rather than just placing down a chair and all of these carpets and stuff like that, it seems to be related to video effects. So it's like, oh, place this item down to have dripping slime coming from the ceiling and stuff like that. So anyways, you can expect videos from me talking about all this stuff, over the following days, if not weeks, depending on how much content there actually is. But considering that there seems to be quite a few separate things that we're going to have to talk about here, not to mention messing with the pets. I haven't even gone into the cave system and stuff like that. This video is just to let you know that this update is here on the test server. So get to it, everybody. I'm going to end up doing a live stream in a couple hours because otherwise I got prior engagement. I got to meet my brother at the gym and junk like that. So otherwise, have yourselves a fantastic day. Good luck with the update. Let me know if you find anything cool. Otherwise, I'll be in Discord later. Sayonara and stay epic, everybody.